Welcome back, guys. So as you can see, we're back out at the boat. Dave and I are getting ready to, well, Dave's pretty much getting ready to make a template here. This is from his boat. We're checking to see if this is going to be the same size as the front of his boat, which pretty much should. That way we can use this template to cut the piece of wood to get up here. As you can see, we have the wood kind of laid in here already. It's not permanent yet, but we were getting all these little support cross pieces here, which I showed you the one that's right here. I'll show that here in a little bit, as I did that first before doing this, but I digress. But as soon as we get this all figured out, we'll cut the piece of wood that's going to go up here and kind of get ready, so that way we can then come back and do the foam blocks, or the foam blockers, sorry, in all the little gaps, so that way we can do the pour foam, and then we'll do the pour foam and make the floors permanent. All right, stay tuned and you'll see where we get. As you can see, Dave kind of has a rough cut of where this piece is supposed to go. So what he's going to do for here is take this one and kind of combine it with that template that he's making over there for this section here, because this piece of cardboard wasn't long enough and that one just wasn't cooperating enough to do all this. So we're just going to make two templates here and then have utilize both these templates to cut the piece of wood. And then once when we have the piece of wood cut in, we'll cut out, we'll make sure that it fits in here pretty decently and kind of have it roughed fit, because then we just got to worry about this section here. This will have a kind of like another piece of wood, so we're basically going to have 4 pieces of wood all cut up for here. This is going to be an open channel, but we'll have another piece of wood to sit on there, so my apologies, it's going to be 5 pieces of separate wood. But this centerpiece here is going to be kind of just a storage area, so it's going to be able to be lifted up and out and whatnot. We won't. We'll probably make a template for it too. But yeah, it's just a little rough look of where we're at, and I'll show you when we get more done. All right, guys. So we got the piece of wood cut up. That's what it's looking like. And now we're going to test fit to see if this thing fits perfectly, or if we need to take it back out to readjust, which is most likely going to be the case, but you never can be quite too sure. You never know, it could fit perfectly. I hope no one's afraid of the dark.
That's the one I was looking for.
That plug's a menace. There it goes. That's what Dave's going to do here. Is he's going to take that small piece of wood here with a rubber mallet and just kind of see if we can't tap this into place perfectly. It's obviously going to probably need to be some adjustment here, but you can never be too sure, like I had said before. It's using an actual hammer.
It's a touch off the front, I think. Not too much though. I think you were right. It's at least 80%.
Some of the stuff could have been a little bit better, but honestly, it's not that bad. So, I mean, as you guys can see, there's a lot of gaps in between everywhere, but we're going to be putting Porofoam underneath this. We're just going to basically epoxy seal this, put a little bit of fiberglass on top of it for extra support, and then we're just going to put the Porofoam underneath. So the Porofoam is going to come up underneath all these exposed areas here, and then we'll just kind of cut them off if we need to, but it's going to seal everything up anyways. So this wood here is just going to be for extra support for the front decking that I'm going to be putting in here. So it doesn't need to be exactly a perfect fit. Ideally, we would want it to be, but you know, we're kind of spitballing everything here, so close enough is close enough in my opinion. And I think Dave's at the same opinion at this point, so well, I think he's always been at that opinion. He's kind of been trying to get me to come to that come to that conclusion myself, but it doesn't need to be exact. As long as it's close enough and I have the support that I need for when I'm up here on the front deck fishing, that's all that matters. But alright, now I'm going to go ahead and stop this right here while he's marking everything up. We'll get this taken back out and then trim it, and then I'll come back when we're doing another test fit. So I'll see you in a few. Alright, we're back. Wasn't too long, thankfully, just a little bit of pieces that needed to be hit. There's some of the front and then a little bit on the side. Alright, here's hopefully the final test fit. It's looking good. Same. Looks pretty good. There you go. Whoop. I hope that's not coming across on the screen. I'm seeing a little screen tearing over here on the camera. I'm hoping that's not in the recording. It'll suck if it is. But, alright, I'm going to go ahead and call it here, guys, because we are going to go to lunch after this, so I will see you at some point.
Look, it's Hasib.
I don't know if they see it all that well, but wow. Hey, it's Obseed. All right, so.
So my Shriner buddy.
All right, so you guys saw this stuff up here when I had showed it before, but this is what the rest of the boat looks like. I don't know if you can see it all that well, but there are supports along, extra supports along each side that weren't here beforehand. Then some go the full length across and whatnot, but others don't. So we're getting ready to do some epoxying onto the wood here. And I thought while it was all out of the boat, I would show you what it looks like. So that way you kind of, you know, get a chance to see it, since I forgot to record all this. But go ahead and go to the side here, so you can kind of see a closer look. But so this is where everything's going to sit. We decided to expand the back half here, 'cause traditionally it came up and closed off a little bit, but I wanted a little bit more room back here, so we adjusted stuff. But after we're done doing some of the epoxying, and as it's drying, we're going to come in and start putting in all the dams, so we can start doing the pour foam next week. And I'll turn the pour foam into a different video, because I'm not quite sure how much that'll be. But oh, sorry, Dave was opening up the door upstairs, and I thought it was thunder for some reason. But all right, this is what it's looking like here, and then I will show you guys some of the epoxying process as we go. Though that might be a little boring, though, so I may not show very much of it, but I figure you guys might like to actually see some work done, so this is where we're at. But I do want to show you this. So as you can see, Dave put in some extra support along the top here too, as the original rails were fairly thin, and I want to turn the center section here, like I was saying, into a bit of storage, like what it was traditionally. But it's also so that way I can see the drainage system on the bottom, since they like to kind of get filled quite often. And, you know, that way I'm able to go in and clean it out if I need to. But we're going to come in here and obviously vacuum up everything and get it all out of the boat next week before we do the pour foam. But yeah, I hope everyone's enjoying the videos, and if you can, please leave a like and maybe even a comment to let me know that you're watching, or, you know, if you want me to do anything different, you know, give me some ideas if you guys think that it's that you may think you have a better idea than what we're doing with the boat currently. But I'm always open to suggestions. All right, I'll see you guys when we start the epoxying. All right, so changed the battery setup. That's why you guys got a new angle now, because I'm actually holding it. As I'm going to show you what Dave's doing here. So we will be riveting this wood down into the floor. So Dave marked up everywhere where he's going to need to drill to put the rivets in. So we're just marking it up so we know where we're supposed to go, as we should be able to see it right through the epoxy. So we'll be able to hit right down into the spot and call it a day. All right, now that you guys seen that, I'm going to turn you off because the batteries are getting really hot. So hopefully you guys get to see the epoxy, and I'll show you this one. I'll probably not show you guys this because it'll be the same. It'll all be the same, but with the batteries dying really quickly because they're getting hot, I don't want to run the risk of having any of the batteries explode. So I'll see you when we start the epoxying. We're outside, so I don't think it really interfered with anything, but
Do the voiceover one.
sometimes, yeah. Yeah, so I'm just doing these up so that way once when we do the pour foam next week, we can put these plugs back into their respective homes. Probably not the same exact place where they went, because they're all the same size, but it won't interfere too much. But that way, there's no real massive holes in the floor. Some of the places are going to have storage bins for either the batteries or, you know, whatever else I need. I hope you're having a good day. You know, thank you for watching. Especially you, Luffy. I know you're watching. Probably the one person that is very happy to watch this stuff. It's just a friend of mine from a game, if anyone else is wondering. But I thought I'd give him a little shout out since he's been very helpful to me. I'm assuming he's also a major fan of One Piece, which, you know, so am I. I mean, can't really blame him. Though I haven't really watched any of it. I just don't have time for subtitles, to be honest with you. Alright, there we go. Alright, all the plugs are good. And I didn't ruin the sandpaper. Dave will be happy. Not yet. That's what I'm about to do. Alrighty. Time for the foam fart, y'all. I'm gonna do it again here, guys, but I'm waiting for the air compressor to catch up. There it is. All right. Why we also wiped it down. Don't know if you can really see all that well, but that's how much more dust I got off. probably get more and more as you continue to do it, but yeah. But I still got to do, I don't know if you can see them, but I still got the 2 bottom pieces for the back here that we'll need to do. I'll sand those down as well. But I will be right back. I'm gonna go grab my GoPro batteries and whatnot just in case you go to die here, because you are almost dead. Alrighty guys, so we're just gonna sand up the surface of the front piece here and get ready to do the epoxying. I just got to do a little bit of sanding, so it should hopefully not take very long.
sandpaper.
Yeah, apparently I am. Sorry. But I think I got it pretty good.
Good? You don't need another.
I don't think. I mean,
All right, cool.
unless you think otherwise. As some of you can tell, there's holes now in this. That is where we're doing the pour foam at.
You didn't do
I did not do those, no.
That was good. Yeah, that should hit him. Alright. Just give him a quick sand on the one surface there.
I'm gonna just hand sand it. I mean, just gonna scrape it over it. In case you guys are wondering what I'm doing here. So these are the plugs, well these are the holes that I took out here. We're going to reuse these to fill the holes back up after we put the epoxy, or once when we're done epoxy. Hopefully you can hear me over the compressor, but oh, you're fine. Alrighty, we're getting ready to do the epoxy now, so you guys will get to see me paint the wood over here. Dave is off camera right now mixing up all the epoxy. We had to do a little ingenuity to the epoxy that we have. We had two different types with us here. One of them is completely hardened up. We have no idea how that managed. And the other one also hardened up for the most part, but we just cut a hole in the side to get to the actual epoxy, so here's open. That one.
Good one?
Yep, it's the first one I could grab. Bills.
Good to me.
I forget, do I want to go heavy or no?
You can go pretty heavy.
And I also want to hit the sides, right?
Yeah, try to get Try to get to soak in the edges as much as you can. Yeah, go pretty heavy and then we'll lay on the cloth.
Let's not forget to do the sides like I did on the transom. In case you can't see here, guys, I'm going pretty thick on this for the epoxy here because we're going to put a sheet of fiberglass down. We need to make sure that the fiberglass will adhere to it. It's just for extra support. So we figure, you know, won't hurt to have as much support onto the floor as we can. So a lot of people say that, you know, moderation is key, but not in this scenario. As you can hear, Dave is in the background sanding the other two pieces of wood. So as soon as we're done here, we can kind of get right at it. Because, like I said, we have to cut a hole in the side of the bottle to get the epoxy out. So we don't know how much epoxy we're actually going to have. But thankfully, I had ordered another thing that we didn't use yet. So if we need to, we'll go and we'll get that out. But we're both kind of hoping that we won't need to. Or at least I am. It would be nice if we're able to get it all done with what we got here, but probably not going to be the case. Especially since I'm supposed to be going thick here, and I don't know if I am or not. I feel like it. careful here not to get it on my pants or anything. Epoxy does not like to really come out. I mean, I could probably chip it off, but I'd rather not do that either. Think I'm ready, Dave.
Got a good coat on there?
Think so.
You gotta add more. Get it thick. Get it thick on there, Scott.
Definitely trying. Can't really quite tell in some areas if I
Need another batch.
I don't know. That's the thing. So I got plenty in the cup here still.
So you want to put the cloth on, but I don't want to like saturate the cloth pretty well.
That's why I'm not sure. I can't really tell from angles that I got here. And I think I'm good on this side. Maybe some of the middle. Yeah, it looks like this side might need a little bit more. I think I'm also fighting gravity here.
I thought you had plenty.
Pretty sure I do. I got a lot of clumps out here. Not clumps, but looks like pretty good pooling everywhere. This one little extra side right here. There we go. Close the second out. There we go.
I had this.
Sorry, I didn't know if we wanted to go sideways like this or not.
I didn't. You're the boss.
Don't give me that much authority now.
You suck.
I do. I'm not good at this.
Work it in gently. I'll mix up another batch of epoxy for you.
Just gonna try to fix this a little bit. Are we gonna sand this again?
Hope not. Oh, we'll sand it. I don't know. I say no, Scott.
Alrighty. If anyone who actually knows how to do fiberglass work, don't cringe too hard. After putting the epoxy on top, do you think it'll hold it down more, or?
Should.
So all the little raised up edges that I got over here will hopefully sit down. I feel terrible. about it just matches the owner, that's all.
That would have been great, Scott.
Yeah, it would have.
Get to the edge and pull it over.
Whatever's access, we'll just trim it off anyways, right?
It's supposed to be a smooth sheet. Smooth sheet. Supposed to be able to see through it.
I'm trying. I don't think I'm too much evil here though. Think this is gonna be too bad with how I kind of messed it up over here.
so hard. Especially on the stuff that's just about done. I want to leave some of the solvent in the paper, in the fiberglass. I don't want to push it all out.
Trying to get some of this stuff to just mat down. Apparently.
Decoration.
I feel like there's a mosquito in the back of my neck.
Probably. I know your hands are full.
Of course. Something like that. I'm hoping that maybe I can squash that down. Hoping I can just kind of get it to go over towards the hole there. There we go. We got some of it out. It's not as bad as it was a second ago. What do you think?
I think it looks fantastic, Scott.
I think so too.
It's fiberglass or ever.
Definitely a lot better than the time I did the on the transom.
Ooh, I'm gelling. I'm gelling, Scott.
Uh-oh. This is what it looks like when it's starting to harden, by the way. So it starts to gel up pretty badly. This is what happened to us on the transom. Just all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, it just started to just harden for no reason. As David mixed it up all the same with no problems, and everything was going good, and then just literally out of nowhere, it just hardened. It's like freaking jelly. Wow.
You got it pretty good.
Where should I set this at?
Set it on the cardboard.
Got my gloves here.
Sit down. Get your rest.
Alright. And then with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I know we got a couple of other boards to do, but like I said, with the batteries kind of dying quickly and whatnot, so I switched this over to a new setting. So, but that's the front piece done, and then when you come back, we'll be, I don't know, I'm not sure sure what we're gonna do, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. All right, I know I said that I already ended this and to see you guys in the next one, but I wanted to show you guys this because we're having some terrible luck here. So as you can see, a lot of this looks somewhat fine, but there's certain areas like right in here and over here that are really bumpy, and it's not really any fault of our own. For whatever reason, our epoxy here has, for whatever reason, just hardened up on us. Like, we can't even use this stuff because the epoxy in all of the one is just all hard, and then the ones that I bought are pretty much doing the same thing. So as soon as we mixed up the stuff, the final batch of the one, we started spreading perfectly fine, then all of a sudden just bam, like just started to gel and just mess everything up on us. So we're going to attempt again to, because we mixed up a little bit and kind of quickly did everything here. Well, we're gonna try and put down another coat to hopefully kind of at least get the sides done here. But here's the other piece. This one's already hardened up and everything, so we moved it from the big one so we could start focusing on the other sides here. So it's looking pretty good. But yeah, I just wanted to show you the fun that we're having of this quick hardening epoxy for whatever reason. But wish us luck on this one. We're gonna try and at least get it done. If we can't, we're just gonna call it a day and cut our losses for the most part. We're still gonna use this by all means, but it's gonna look like hell. But we're putting carpet down anyway, so someone's gonna see it. But all right, now I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like and a comment down below if you wish. If not, so be it. But have a good night. Bye.